Hello, I'm Angela Sharp, and welcome to the Daily Mix. Did you miss me? We have been gone from this show for about almost 2 months, really. We were on summer break doing all sorts of summer things, so I hope you were also doing summer things. I went to the pool, I drove my Firebird a lot, and of course I was on a unreasonable amount of Cardinals baseball games because I work there too. So it was a lot of fun, but I'm super happy to be back here because this is my favorite thing to do, is hang out with you guys and tell you awesome things that are gonna be coming up in and around the city so you can take your family to. And we've got a bunch of stuff to tell you about today. But first, have you been watching Nelly and Ashanti's reality TV show on Peacock? Because it has been getting a lot of buzz. First, the buzz happened when Mr. Nelly said that he would no longer be changing baby diapers. His original children are already grown, and he has enough money for a nanny, so he's not doing any of that. So some people on the internet didn't like that, but I found this clip, and I'm just gonna show it to you first. What do you think about this?
And that's what being a professional is. It's like you put whatever's going on to the side and you got to get the job done.
A lot of rumors on the internet about a second baby.
Oh,
with the two. Don't know anything about it. No, okay. Not yet. I still need some convincing. I think that was more of a coincidence than
I think that's gonna be my new claim to fame. You get to see my face for about half a second on Nelly and Ashanti's reality TV show. That was making a lot of rounds because people had assumed she was already pregnant, and they say that she is not. So there you go. Anyway, the show itself, I think, is a ton of fun, but you know, I'm partial. We live in St. Louis, so I obviously love Nelly, and Nelly is my sister's absolute favorite. Now, we would be remiss if we did not come back and talk about the tornado that happened, and relief, and some things you can do if you need help or if you're looking to help others. That is also going to be coming up later in the show. So let's get started with today's Daily Mix. Just this month, City Museum debuted its newest installation, Labyrinth. Now, this is the museum's largest build-out ever on the 4th floor and combines art, architecture, and imagination. The massive maze features a new 2-story slide. You know I love slides. Walls made of syrup tanks and Twinkie pans, and so much more. Walkways, crawlable mouse holes, and overhead climbers. Now it's up to you how you want to make your way through the maze. That looks really cool. When I first heard about this, I thought I might have to go check this out. But you know what? As I get older, the smaller the space, the more claustrophobic I get. But I still think I need to go check it out. To learn more and to plan your visit, go to citymuseum.org. The St. Louis Zoo and St. Louis Shakespeare Festival new production, Romeo and Juliet, premiered last week. This family-friendly adaptation tells the story of the animals inside the zoo putting on their own production of Romeo and Juliet after the keepers go home for the night. Performances take place on the outdoor stage under the trees at the zoo's historic hill, Tuesdays through Sundays through August 17th. Doors open at 6:30, and of course the show starts at 7:30. For tickets and more information, visit stlzoo.org/Shakespeare. Now this weekend, the St. Louis Science Center is set to host the first event of its brand new series, Science Center Up Late. This new adults-only series is putting the grown-ups first with themed activities, unique drinks, delicious food, and the chance to engage with local experts. The first event is Experience Sound, and will explore the science and technology behind sound and music through a variety of experiences and activities. It will take place this Saturday, July 19th from 6 to 10. You can find tickets and more information at slsc.org. We can always celebrate Christmas, right? So you can celebrate Christmas in July at the movies. The Salvation Army of Greater St. Louis has partnered with local organizations to support its Angel Tree Toy Town program, which gives gifts to thousands of local children each year. This Friday, bring a new unwrapped toy to Westport Plaza and enjoy family movie night featuring face painting, a prize wheel, a screening of The Sandlot, and more. And all month long, you can donate a new toy at the Gallery 6 Cinema and get a free medium popcorn, or you can upgrade to a large for just $1. Family movie night is this Friday, July 18th. You can learn more about Christmas in July and donate online at salarmy.us/STL Angel Tree. The popular Downtown Summer Night Series is back for its second year. All summer long, you can enjoy a mix of outdoor movies and live music, food and drinks from some of St. Louis' favorite food trucks and pop-up bars, and more. Greater St. Louis Inc. brings this weekly celebration to Keener Plaza, Thursdays from 5 to 8 through August 28th. Now this Thursday will feature a screening of Frozen. You can find the full lineup and schedule at stlsummernights.com. It's a nice way to get outside, take it in, all the beauty of St. Louis, and then watch a movie as well. You can also find a great lineup of musical acts and more this summer at the Wildly in Edwardsville, Illinois. On July 23rd and 24th, guitar legend Les Dedique will be taking the stage, followed by Nashville-based singer-songwriter Kaylee Rose, kicking off August. Michael Winslow, whose hundreds of credits include Police Academy and Spaceballs, will entertain fans. And on August 6th, Socks in the Frying Pan will present a night of award-winning Celtic music. You can learn more about these acts and find a full schedule of upcoming events at wildlytheater.com/all that information that's on your screen right there. Now, it's been 2 months since the tornado hit St. Louis. It was obviously a very devastating tornado that took out a good portion of the North St. Louis area. We were actually recording our last episode right before that summer break took off, a couple of days before that, so I didn't get to really talk much about the tornado. Now, the recovery effort has been ongoing ever since, and assistance is still needed. It's also still available through multiple organizations. But the deadline to apply for federal aid is coming up quickly. Here's a look at some ways help is available.
Our mission is to help communities prepare for, respond to, recover from, and mitigate against disasters of all types. And we are currently here in Missouri, in St. Louis, but also all around the state, helping out in the aftermath of the severe storms that have just swept through this area from mid-March up until now. And our role in this disaster is that we offer low-interest, long-term disaster loans to homeowners, renters, businesses, and nonprofits. And there are two different types of low-interest disaster loans that are available for people. The first is if you sustain physical damages, either as a homeowner or a business. This is if the structure of your home or your business was damaged by the storms in any way. There are low-interest disaster loans with rates for homeowners as low as 2.75%, and then for businesses as low as 4% to help recover. For renters, they are able to borrow up to $100,000 to replace the damaged contents of their homes or their personal vehicles at that low interest rate of as low as 2.75%. But there is also economic injury disaster loans for both businesses and nonprofits. And what these are working capital loans to meet normal operating costs that a business would otherwise have been able to meet were it not for the disaster. And so that that could be accounts payable, it could be rent, it could be a mortgage, it could be health care for employees. Basically, what SBA is going to be looking at is, would you be able to meet these operating costs were it not for the disaster? And people ask all the time, what do I need to apply? Just to apply initially, what you'll need is your ID and an email address. After you are set up with a portal and do that initial application process, SBA will also ask for tax returns. For businesses, a lot of times what we'll see in a disaster is that there are new businesses that don't have up to 2 years of tax returns. And so what we'll look instead at are projections, we'll look at profit and loss statements, and we'll look at other documents in order to decide if you'll be approved for an SBA disaster loan. There are 3 different ways that residents can apply for an SBA disaster loan. They can either come to an event like the one that we're having here at the Chaffetz Arena. They can go to an in-person business recovery center or disaster recovery center or a disaster loan outreach center that are all around Missouri right now helping out in the aftermath of these disasters. I would recommend that going in person to one of these centers is the best way to apply, because there we have loan officers and customer service representatives that can answer questions if people don't know if it's right for them, or if they're ready to apply, they can walk you through the process of applying for and uploading the financial documents you need in order to complete your application. But if you don't want to go in person, if you want to do it in the privacy of your home, you can do that by going to lending.sba.gov. And then we also have a hotline that is available for people as well, where they can call in. We also have disasterassistance.gov, where they can also apply for those loans as well.
FEMA is here to support the state and the city of St. Louis and surrounding areas. If you have damage from the May 16th tornado and you have needs not covered by insurance, you can apply with FEMA for disaster assistance. We work with every household on a case-by-case basis. We can provide assistance to homeowners and to renters who were affected by the May 16th tornado. Primarily what we look at are serious damage to a homeowner or renter's primary residence. So for example, if you were hit by the May 16th tornado and your home was destroyed and you don't have any insurance coverage, you should apply with FEMA for assistance. If you have serious damage affecting the habitability of your home, whether you own or rent, you should apply for disaster assistance with FEMA. We can help with money for basic home repairs. We can provide money to people if they need to get another place to live temporarily to help you pay for those costs. We can also provide money to help you replace some essential personal property that was damaged or destroyed in the May 16th tornado. The deadline to apply with FEMA for assistance for the May 16th tornado is August 11th. So it's very important, if you were severely affected by the May 16th tornado, go ahead and apply with FEMA for assistance if you have losses or needs not covered by insurance. All you really need to do is get that application in time by the August 11th deadline. Assistance is still available after the deadline. Our programs are designed to help people with basic human needs, so we don't have any income limits on assistance, but the programs are designed to help people who have very serious emergency needs directly related to the tornado. They can't live in their home because of the tornado. They have very serious damage or their home was destroyed. We will ask you for your household income during the application process. We'll ask for a social security number of one member of the household. We'll ask for some other personal information, such as a bank account routing information. if you want to receive the money by direct deposit, which is the fastest way to receive money. There are other options available for people who do not want to take a direct deposit. So that's the type of information you'll be asked for. It's important to stay in touch with us. If you relocate, or you already have relocated, if you change addresses again, as a lot of people may need to, keep FEMA informed about your change of address and any updated phone number so we can stay in touch with you as you stay in touch with us about your family's needs going forward. So there's 3 ways to apply with FEMA. The fastest way is online. Visit disasterassistance.gov. That's FEMA's website, disasterassistance.gov. You can call FEMA directly at 1-800-621-3362. You can also download the FEMA app and then follow the instructions for applying for disaster assistance via the app.
Obviously, our hearts go out to anybody hit by the tornado. What happens a lot of times is people on the outside of that maybe donate their time, money, and resources for a little while, but then their regular life gets back to normal. If you were hit by the tornado, you know your regular life is not back to normal and won't be for a while. If you need help recovering from the May 16th tornado, or you'd like to find ways that you can help those affected, go to stlrecovers.com for the most up-to-date information. Now, that's kind of a downer to end the show with, but that's what we have to deal with sometimes. Make sure you follow us. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. Let us know what you think, what you want to hear about, who you want to see on the show. And don't forget to download the STL TV Now app and stream us at home or on the go. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.